Michael.
And this is
What
the
the Scale.
So glad you're here today. How do you like our aprons?
So mine says, as you can tell, she's my sweet potato.
I am.
In fact, we are filming this on Sunday, September the 9th. And today, you'll be viewing this later, but today is open day football for the Bengals. And they are playing the New England Patriots. And as I look at my phone, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but at
No,
this
we're
very
supposed to be
time,
cooking.
yes, but Patriots are winning 16-10. I have a feeling that's going to change for the Bengals will beat us, but we'll see.
All right, so we got lots set up today. This is our third video on our food prep, and today we are going to show you how to make 9 freezer meals that you just take out of your freezer and you dump them in your crock pot or you put them in the oven.
Yeah, and I will tell you, the last time we did this, we did how many meals?
We did 12.
We did 12, and the only problem with that was it was a lot to eat in one day.
No, that's enough for 3 weeks for us because we'll use about 3 a week and then we have leftovers.
Yes, every one of these meals produces a leftover, which is good. Now, I would say when we did it last time, I think there may have been one or so that we did eat everything in one setting. It was just so good.
Yeah, there's some like that. So, if you notice, we have 9 bags, and we bought the silicone bags so that we just wash them out and use them again, and we have these little bag holders. We'll put the link in the comments if you want to get those on Amazon, and I've labeled all the bags with what recipes going in there. You can do, if you're OCD like me, you can type out a label, or you can do it like this. I use a permanent marker and just put on there the name of the recipe, and I put what I needed to cook it on. For example, this one says put it in the crock pot for 8 to 10 hours until chicken is tender. So
you may have seen other folks doing videos of meal prep, and they'll actually have bags on the counter and they have to keep opening them up. As you can see, these are open, and as soon as she tells me what to do, we'll be dropping things in the bag, and once that's finished, be sealed. All these are going to be prepared so that they will fit in the bags. There'll be no overage. We'll just try to get the air out of the bags so that when we freeze them, they'll be airtight.
all right, the first one we're going to make is sheet pan Mediterranean shrimp. And we made this last night and we absolutely loved it. I got to find the right bag to put it in. Okay, here we go. So the first thing, we need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So you're going to be the sous chef and you get to put it in this bag right here.
So, little quick commercial on this. This is what we use for our olive oil. Every time we have discussed this with others, they've gotten it. It's easy to twist on and off, and it measures. So she said, how much again?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. So I'm going to push this, and the measuring thing is right here. You probably cannot see it. I'm going to push it to 2 tablespoons, and that's 2 tablespoons right there. And what am I going to do with this?
You're going to put it in the bag.
So
is that 2 tablespoons
yep,
or 1?
2 tablespoons.
No, it's 1. That's a teaspoon. It's 1 tablespoon. So you're going to have to pour that in, and it doesn't go up to 2. It only goes up to a tablespoon.
Okay.
So you have to do it twice.
So there's how it pours. I'm going to do like an Italian olive oil pour.
All right.
You got to go up and down and up and down. If you're in Italy, you've got to do that 7 times.
I'm going to eat your elbow.
Okay, she's getting impatient.
While he's doing that, I'm chopping a red pepper to go in the shrimp.
7 times. Well, I'm not going to do 7 times. While she's doing that, we've told you before, of course, first we're going to let you know that we're using an extra virgin olive oil. That's our preferred by all means. You want extra virgin. Now, this one, we just learned this week actually that, and I won't go into a lot of detail, olive oil in the United States, produced out of the United States, primarily California, is regulated by the United States, the Food and Drug Administration, and thereby it's really better for you because of the regulations. Unfortunately, olive oil that comes from another country does not have those regulations. So again, that's something we've learned brand new, which for us works great because we've shared with you before that we have friends that own Kentucky Olive Oil. That's here in Florence, Kentucky.
Kentucky olive.
Kentucky Olive, I'm sorry, Kentucky Olive. And this is just several of examples. These are all out of California. Each of these that we have here today are
And
all
the reason
flavored.
you want it in the U.S. is because foreign countries are known to put a little vegetable oil in with it. And since it's not regulated by the FDA, you don't know for sure what you're getting. All right, now I'm putting in a yellow pepper.
Okay, so while she's cutting that up, we mentioned, I think, the last time, one of our favorite, again, from Kentucky Olive is peach white balsamic vinegar. I was not expecting, and we mentioned this the last time we viewed much out of
I'm putting in
it.
2 teaspoons of salt.
But we loved it so much we went out and got a small one that we take with us to the restaurants. Now, we are striking a drawing deal with this video. And Carol,
I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of garlic powder.
you want me to try to explain it? Do you think I remember what you told me?
I thought we'd do that later.
Oh,
but
well,
go ahead.
We'll do it later. We'll explain. We're going to do a drawing so that you can win yourself, or at least an opportunity to win one of these larger bottles from the Spillies at Kentucky Olive for white balsamic vinegar. We'll talk more about that later on.
2 teaspoons of oregano. Maybe I got my teaspoon stuck. Okay. And then I need the can of artichoke hearts. You got to drain it first.
Yep, artichoke hearts. You probably don't see everything over here, but we've got all of our canned goods. We have our all of our. I haven't drained it yet. All of our spices, other sauces that we'll use. We've got some things already chopped up. We even have our measuring spoons ready, just so that we can be prepared to go.
This one, now you can put the shrimp in. There's 2 bags of shrimp that you need to put in. I just buy the frozen, deveined, peel and eat shrimp, or it's uncooked right now so that it will cook later.
I'm going a little spacey. I don't find the shrimp. Did we
It's
leave
in
it?
the refrigerator. There's 2 bags. 2 bags of shrimp. Okay, while he's filling up the shrimp, I'm going to go to the next recipe is Tuscan grilled chicken. Now this is an absolutely wonderful thing of chicken.
Now on the shrimp, it is we're using raw shrimp, the large size. So we'll pour that in there.
He's going to have to pack it down because you're going to put in 2 pounds. Okay, so for the Tuscan grilled chicken, I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of olive oil in here.
So I'm going to set this aside while we continue to work, but it'll pack down properly.
Did you get out lemon juice? Okay. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. This is if you've ever been to Carrabba's and had their Tuscan grilled chicken, this tastes just like it. I'm going to try to put the links to the recipes in the comments below so you can try them yourself. Okay, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. I thought you were going to be over here.
I was just checking to see.
He's supposed to be my sous chef today.
I am. I was simply checking to see how much you can see when I go over to the side, but I shouldn't have to do that anymore. What do you need next?
A tablespoon of garlic and onion powder. Garlic and onion powder. Here's garlic, onion powder, and I need oregano.
So a tablespoon of
Maybe.
garlic powder.
Yep. and a tablespoon of onion powder. This is oregano. That goes in there. And then we need black pepper and salt. What you looking for? Onion powder?
Yes. Garlic powder and onion powder right here.
And I am putting in a teaspoon of salt and pepper. And you need to find the red pepper flakes. We're going to put a half a teaspoon of that in there.
Half a teaspoon.
Yep. And I think I just broke my pepper shaker. Oh well.
All right, half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Of course, on any of this, you know, let's say you really like things hot. If you want to add a little bit extra, you know, feel free to do so. What we have done on every recipe that we get, we make it exactly the way that it is written. But like with last night with our shrimp meal, I made the comment, Carol knows all our years of marriage, to almost every recipe I tell her you should add 2 ingredients, which are
Tomatoes
and
mushrooms.
yes, so we figured that we wouldn't do the tomato for the shrimp meal because of the acidic value, but we would do the mushrooms, so the next time we will be adding mushrooms to that meal. But
Alright, so this meal's done except for the chicken. So you're going to cut these and put them in here and they'll be done. So you come right here on this side.
so this will already be our second meal, believe it or not.
And you just need to, that chicken's got to marinate, so you want to be sure and mix it up good. Okay, next we're going to make white chicken chili. And we need canned green chilies. Let me find the right. Ah, here it is, right in front of me.
Did you say I'm putting all 4 of these in or 2 of these?
All of them.
All of them.
I really like white chicken chili. It's good, and it's getting colder out, so this would be a good recipe. White chicken chili. We need a cup of salsa verde, which is right here. And let me get a cup measurer. It's gonna go right in here for the chili. It's so good. You're gonna love it. Okay, and then 2 teaspoons of cumin, which is right here. If you get on a roll and you get all your stuff out, and like we got all our spices out and got them ready, we opened up all our cans so that we wouldn't have to do that. Okay, 2 cups of corn.
As you can tell, I'm not the quickest at opening these bags, but at least we've got Carol keeping you busy.
And I'm just going to put a whole bag of this frozen corn in.
So as you mentioned, this one's finished. I'm going to sort of squish things together to sort of start the marinade process.
Okay, we need 3 to 4 cups of chicken broth. And you can bring back some chicken breasts with you, Michael. Those are going to go in here too. Because you're going to cook the chicken breast whole, and then when it's done in the crock pot, you're going to end up shredding it.
So all I'm doing here is just mixing things in. Seal the bag.
You want to show them the special way to seal it?
Yes, so here's how we seal it. So I'll do an initial seal just to get things mixed up. Then I'll sort of open it back up and sort of do a roll, starting at the bottom, just opening it up a tiny bit, and just sort of roll it to get the air out. And then at the end, just seal it while it's rolled up, nice and tight, and that'll keep it pretty much airtight for you.
Okay, and it calls for 1.5 pounds of chicken. So I'm going to put in 2 because that's too much. Okay, you want to put that away for me?
Yep.
All right, and then it says salt and pepper to taste. I'll probably do most of that when I put it in the crock pot, but I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. Doesn't hurt. Okay, that one's done.
All right, so we're finished with number 3. We'll do the same thing on the ear. This is enough that I can, again, seal up the bag.
Oh wait, we gotta put the beans in. We forgot.
Well, you forgot. I didn't forget.
Did you drain them for me yet?
The beans have not
there are
been drained.
Two cans of white cannelli beans, and they have to be drained and rinsed.
Now, I think Carol will correct me, so someone may say, what in the world is
Cannelli.
white cannelli? It's basically a white kidney bean.
It's a cannellini.
Cannellini,
Okay, so I'm just gonna
but
rinse them.
basically a white kidney bean.
Yeah. I thought for a minute, well, why don't we not, you know what I just did? I just washed my hands and put it in the kidney beans. So, we're gonna put that one aside. Well, I got it out, I don't know. We'll put that one aside, we probably gotta put different beans in it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can leave it on the holder if you want.
Okay.
Just put it aside. Okay, the next recipe is crock pot beef and barley soup. So we need, let me find the right bag, right here. All right, so we need 2 pounds of stew meat, and I have that right here. Let's see, that's 117, we need 2 of these.
Okay. I'll
So
get these
you
open.
put those in, and then we need 2 cups of carrots
Carrots, we've got carrots already chopped up.
in our mason jars like we always do. So I'm just gonna take them and chop them, and you can measure. I'm not gonna measure. I'm just gonna put them in here. And then you can get a cup of onions diced, and you can tell them about the shortcut for onions.
So, obviously you can spend your time dicing up the onions. We typically just get a bag of frozen onions from Kroger.
Yep, they're already chopped.
It just makes it go a little bit quicker. We've discovered that really, as much as we like to do everything fresh, with these frozen onions, it really doesn't change the flavor.
And I forgot to tell y'all how many points everything is. So this recipe on Weight Watchers is 6 points for a serving. Yeah, this makes 8 to 10 servings. The Mediterranean shrimp is only 2 servings. You can serve it over rice, but since Michael's a diabetic, we usually do zucchini noodles, and it tastes great. You could do quinoa. You could, or it's even good without anything over it.
What's a zucchini noodle?
Is that what I said? A
Yeah,
zoodle.
we call it zoodle.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what it is.
There
Sorry.
we go. I knew it. I was being
Oh, you're
funny.
supposed to just do a cup.
1 cup.
Yeah, that's more than a cup.
It is more than
Because
a
I
cup.
need that for some another
All right,
recipe.
I'm going to take out.
Oh, Michael.
Yes. So much for the sous chef. She's going to send the sous chef.
If I was Gordon Ramsay, you'd be out of the kitchen.
Yeah, I'd be sent to Sioux City. Or she'd sue me.
I
Or
don't
she'd
know.
assume. I better stop while I'm ahead. Since I'm talking about
Since
being
I'm holding the
ahead.
knife, you
Yeah,
better.
about being ahead, Patriots are still ahead. Sorry.
Okay, putting the rest of my carrots in. You can go ahead and measure out a cup of barley. This is beef and barley soup, so that's going to go in there, and you can freeze it. It works fine.
1 cup of barley coming up. Does anyone know where barley comes from? That's right, barley.
What? I don't even get that one.
I know.
But I don't get most of his jokes anyway.
Barley is actually the twin brother of Bob Marley.
Your phone's going off right in the middle. I think it did that in the last video we
It
did.
is. Yeah, if you've ever seen,
You should.
what's the name of that movie where she tells him his butt is ringing?
I don't.
Yeah, with the new heart.
I have no. Oh, return to me.
Return to me. I told you we just ad-lib everything.
Okay, we need 2 cups of V8. Don't just pour it in, measure.
Yes, ma'am.
2 cups of V8.
Notice that I make one mistake and everything has to be so
Well,
precise.
I want to make sure we do this right? Because y'all are looking at us like, oh, you're kind of weird. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a cup of chopped celery. Diced celery, or sliced. I just sliced it. And I'm not measuring either.
2 cups of V8.
Okay, now you need 2 cups of beef broth.
You know what I just realized?
See that can of beef broth? Just throw that in there.
I just realized something.
What?
I could have had a V8. Some of you may not remember that commercial. What am I doing? Beef broth?
That can of beef broth, you're going to dump it in.
Do I drain it?
Nope.
Did you get it?
I'm
sorry.
no.
I'm sorry.
Just put it in.
I am draining it. See?
Alright, what else do we need? Beef broth juice. Okay, we're almost done with this one. As soon as I finish the celery, we're on to the next one.
How many is that? Is that
4, I think.
4?
I think so. Let me do it. I'll like this a little bit more.
I'll get it off
And
the
then
back.
you need to get some of this stuff out of the way because it's probably in the way of the camera.
Okay.
Get with it, sous chef.
Sous chef.
Here. That
There we go.
and that. Okay. Alright. And the next one, that was 6 points. Oh, and the Tuscan grilled chicken, let me run through that first, was 4 points. And the white chicken chili is 0 points on Weight Watchers. Now we're going to do honey garlic thighs, and this is one of Michael's favorite. I need a half a cup of ketchup, so if you'll get that out for me. I think we forgot to get the ketchup out. Let me find it. I
I've
think
got it
it's-
right here.
No, I'm looking for the, here it is. Honey garlic chicken.
Half a cup of ketchup.
Yep. Alright. We need a half a cup of soy sauce. He's going to put in a half a cup of ketchup.
Like she said, she's a bigger fan of the white meat, which
Yeah.
again with Weight Watchers is because it's 0 points. I'll take the points and I'll do.
Well, you're a
Okay,
guy,
dark
you get
meat.
more points, so
Well, no, but
you can splurge a little more.
we do remind folks
Did you
that.
measure that?
I measured a cup, but there's that much left, and I don't feel like looking it out and
Well,
putting
you
it
can
in
get
there.
you can get a scrapey thing, a spatula.
I'm not allowed to do scrapey things.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
But since she made the comment about me being a guy, remember, I think we've told you I'm diabetic, so the points I get extra, I lose because I'm diabetic. If you've not followed that, I am Weight
Okay.
Watchers.
1/4 a cup of honey, but it's actually supposed to be 1/3 a cup. See, I'm having camera jitters, so I'm gonna put just a little bit more in.
What she's
I'm gonna
doing
do
here,
what he just did.
what she's doing here, again,
that
she
in the
won't
sink.
admit it.
No.
Honey is perfect for diabetics.
No, but
Not.
but he likes it, so we have once in a while he can splurge. Okay, now we need a teaspoon of basil and 3 garlic cloves.
I'm gonna move these out of the way.
Okay. So I like to use, if you want to get the garlic and spend the time to chop it up, but one of the things of this is convenience and doing it quickly. So we're going to put in, I think 1 teaspoon equals 1 clove. We're going to put in 3 teaspoons, and I need a teaspoon of dry basil and the thighs, and we're done.
Okay, dry basil.
Yep.
Basil.
And I'll get the thighs while you do
A
that.
teaspoon, you said?
Yep. So the recipe calls for 8 thighs, but you could there's so much sauce that you could actually put more thighs in it. You could probably put 12 thighs and still have plenty of sauce.
I just remembered something. We usually tell them about our weight process. Do we want to do that now or wait till the end of the
Wait.
show?
Oh, let's wait till we get this one done. And just like the other one, you're going to have to mix it all up really good so that it's, try to get the chicken coated.
Notice I said show. So we've been contacted by MGM Studios to do our own reality show.
Oh no, we need a fire extinguisher. His
I thought she was serious for a moment. But no, I'm only kidding about the MGM.
You mix all that up good. Okay, so it's 9 points for the honey garlic chicken. Now we're gonna make a super quick one. It's turkey meatball and tortellini soup. So I just need turkey meatballs.
She's almost so accurate about that. It's almost quicker to say it, to do it than it is to say it.
All right, so 1 14-ounce bag of frozen cheese tortellini.
I'm going to shut the refrigerator because it'll start to ding.
He's always going behind me shutting doors for me because...
She's infamous for keeping doors open. In my OCD, I'm always closing doors.
You can put the thing of tomatoes in here.
All right.
1 can of diced tomatoes. And
You didn't open this one.
You didn't? Oh, found one you didn't open. So this is a 20-ounce bag. It calls for 14 ounces of meatballs, so I'm going to leave a little bit left in here. All right. And then we need a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and a thing of frozen spinach. Let me get that.
I'm dumping this in here, correct?
Yeah.
Remember, I love tomatoes.
Yep, he does. Okay. And a tablespoon of Italian seasoning.
Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon coming up.
All right. So this actually, when you make it, this is a stovetop recipe, and the recipe calls for chicken broth. So you're going to get your 4 cups of chicken broth boiling, and then you're going to dump all this in the pot, and you're going to let it cook about 10 minutes till it's tender.
1 tablespoon not coming up. I can't get
Not
this
tablespoon.
open.
Not tablespoon. It's
So we'll have to shake it out, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
I'll
how
do
much
that
is
way.
it? Is that Italian seasoning?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
So you can.
You keep talking
Guesstimate
because this
that.
is going to take me a
Okay,
minute.
so that was 9 points for that one. Okay, we have 3 meals left, and then we're done. Okay, the next one is sheet pan and rainbow vegetables. So this is you're gonna take it out, defrost it in the refrigerator overnight, and then put it on a sheet pan to cook it in the oven. So we need 1 sweet potato, diced, and that would be this one. I'm gonna move this one out of the way.
Italian seasoning in there?
Yeah, you're gonna do it like that.
Like what?
Just shake it in there, and you figure out.
Okay, I'll take this over here.
Okay, we can always add some later. Okay. So as soon as you do that, now you can tell people about our drawing, because it's going to take me a minute to cut up this potato.
All right, so back to the Kentucky olive and back to our favorite peach white balsamic vinegar. We're going to do a drawing, and here's what we ask that you do. We want you to go to our page and subscribe. So one of the conditions is you have to subscribe
To our YouTube channel.
to our YouTube channel, which is
Hashtag what
What
the
the
scale.
Scale. And
With a
once
question mark at the end.
once you subscribe, then we want you to leave a comment. The comment will help us put you into the drawing, and we'll
Right.
give it, what, a week, 2 weeks?
To our next video, we'll announce the winner.
We'll announce the winner and get you a this size bottle of the white balsamic vinegar from Kentucky Olive, owned by our dear friends Tom and
we will ship
Tanya
it.
Spilly.
So
Yeah, we'll ship it to you.
yes.
Or
So
if you want to meet
a,
us, if you want to meet us in purpose,
on purpose.
on purpose, which I doubt you do want to meet us on purpose. But in person, I'm going to make the commitment, as long as you're within a 25-mile radius, we'll deliver it.
We will.
Is that
Okay.
fair?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. And also with that, I was going to say something. Oh, I have a phone app, and I put in, like, as you leave comments, if you're the first one to leave a comment,
You're waving that knife at me.
give you some of this, baby. If you're the first one to leave a comment, you'll be number one. And I put in the phone app by one, and there's a little wheel, and it will spin it. So it's totally not us just picking a random person.
Yeah, it'll be spin the wheel, sort of like Vanna on Wheel of Fortune. Some have told me I resemble Vanna in ways. No?
You're
sorry.
wordy. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was wordy.
Okay, back to this. Okay, this recipe calls for squash and zucchini, but they don't freeze well, so you're going to put those in when you take it out and right before you put it in the oven. And you're going to put in a bag of chopped broccoli, a bag of frozen broccoli,
I'm going to put in a bag of frozen broccoli.
which is in the refrigerator. All right, so Mama's done with this potato.
Dear, I don't see any frozen broccoli. I see frozen broccoli florets,
Well, that'll work.
or as we say in French, fleuret. I don't know. T's at the end are silent when preceded by a vowel.
Okay.
So just one bag of these?
Yep.
Yeah. You're supposed to say, yes, sir, we're professionals.
Oh,
Yes, or yes. Don't say yes, sir. Say yes, Sue.
okay. And
Yeah, get it? Yes, yes, Sue. Yes, sir. Yes,
no.
yes, Sue.
You need to get 3 tablespoons of olive oil in there. I'm going to get a new cutting board.
3 tablespoons olive oil. That's 1 in French.
Oh, you're not using our little thing that measures it?
Der.
You didn't use your little thing that measures it that we love.
So much for bragging on that. Now, the main reason I wanted you to hear me count in French. Trois.
Okay.
I could do Spanish. Uno, dos, tres.
Okay, I need 1 1/4 pounds of chicken breast in there. That's probably going to be about 2 chicken breasts. There's one already open, I think.
I see this one here. Hole in there like.
Yep.
And then a 4th.
This one's gonna. Oh, this pepper smells good. Do y'all like peppers? I love peppers. Michael doesn't like green peppers as much, but I love bell peppers. But he's fine with the red ones.
Well,
I
the
mean,
problem
he'll
is
eat them.
they
but
got to give them the whole story.
I don't know what the.
I
Oh,
was-
you don't put that on where I'm cutting vegetables.
Oh, I know that. You're right.
You're cross-contaminating.
But and I will use the other side. But she was right. I don't do that normally.
We don't want to get any comments about, don't y'all know better? We do know better.
I'm as you know, I'm from New England, not far from Boston, which is famous for the Irish. And when I was a little boy, I was scared real bad by a leprechaun. And so I've always disliked green ever since
No,
then.
that's a. Your pants are on the fire again, I think. His pants are on fire. All right, now we need the zest of a lemon, and you can put. We need a teaspoon of garlic powder in here. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to move this closer to me. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
1 teaspoon garlic powder.
Garlic powder, and then I hate to tell you this, you're gonna have to use Italian seasoning again. So, this is a Pampered Chef Zester, and it works pretty good. I'm gonna get all that in there. We only have 2 more meals after this, and we will be done. And this one is the most labor-intensive one, I think. 2 teaspoons. Or 2.5 teaspoons. You put onion powder, right?
I
You did.
did. Oh, the bag's falling.
not. And then you're gonna put in a teaspoon of kosher salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. I think you need a little bit more Italian seasoning, but
Teaspoon of kosher salt.
yep,
That won't fit, so I'll do it this way.
I got that done.
And what else did you say?
Black pepper.
How
Just
much?
shake some in there. That's good.
Just shake some black pepper.
Yeah, I'll tell you when.
Well, looks like the top is broken off a little bit, so
That's good.
I didn't
That's
put
good.
it. Okay,
All right, you can seal that one.
all right.
All right, now we're gonna make crock pot sweet potatoes and chicken, and this is 10 points. It's gonna have chicken thighs in it. Do 3 sweet potatoes. He's gonna put in 8 boneless thighs.
Oh no. Dos. Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. Seis. Siete.
He's so talented. He can
Ocho.
count in so many numbers. Okay, I need a teaspoon of, or let's see, a teaspoon of salt.
Kosher salt or regular salt?
Regular salt.
Regular salt.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty here.
Okay.
And did I say this is 10 points on Weight Watchers? I think I did. Okay, you need an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
How much teaspoon?
An 1/8. So just do half of one of those quarter
Of
ones.
cayenne pepper,
Cayenne pepper, yep.
as we would say in Canada, cayenne pepper.
And I need a teaspoon of curry powder.
Curry powder.
This recipe has gotten 5 stars on the web. Also, we want to remind you, even if you don't want to win the free drawing, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get more people. And if you see it on Facebook and you share it, that would be really helpful too. We're trying to grow our brand. All right, we need another onion chop. So I'm going to use the rest of the onion. Where's the frozen
Over
onion?
on the stove.
On the stove. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need, did you do curry? You did curry.
I just did curry.
A half a teaspoon of ginger. Do we have ginger out?
Mhm.
Okay. And then a cup of peach preserves. I can do that. Where are the peach preserves? Apricot preserves. No, either one. You can use either one. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I've been cooking a long time, so I think I can eyeball a cup.
A cup, as you've learned if you've been ever part of Weight Watchers,
You
is
need,
about the size of your fist.
I need 3 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar.
3 teaspoons apple cider vinegar. So we are, oh, we didn't open this yet either.
Huh? I'm gonna need chicken broth.
We are using raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with mother. And that can maybe be explained in a later video.
Okay, so in a half a cup of chicken broth. And a tablespoon of soy sauce, and that's done. You're gonna put in the soy sauce.
Yes, I'm looking for where it went. Tablespoon of soy sauce is in there.
Alright, and the last recipe we can't do because I didn't buy enough meat. Sorry! It was beef and broccoli stir fry, which is really good. I'll still put the link under there if you want it. So, these are all our meals. I'm going to show you, just pack it down there really good. And then if you lay it down, keep it shut. You lay it down like this and push it and kind of fold back the top, you get all the air out of it. And these can keep in the freezer for up to 3 months. And these are great. They work great for us because I work full time and it's so nice to come home and have all this done. All right.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Other than
our weight loss.
Our weight loss.
Okay, since our first video, I've lost now, what did I tell you?
I thought you said
10 pounds. Since our last video 2 weeks ago, I've lost 2 pounds.
So I've lost altogether 9.1, and since the last one, 2.4.
Right, and next week we're going to tell you about something exciting that we're doing that's helping us lose weight. So stay tuned. Until then,
Michael and
Carol,
this is
what the scale?